All right, guys, welcome back to the Business Loop podcast. Welcome again, guys. It's been a while since we dropped a video, but I'm pretty sure that you guys gonna like this one. This one is packed with a bunch of different stuff. So in this week episode, we're gonna cover a few things that will basically show you how to self improve or different ways that we use to self improve. And these are just strategies that we talk about them every day, we apply them every day. And I just feel like you guys deserve to like at least hear some of these strategies. Um, a few things, and just if I feel like we should go over them one by one. Do you think we should go over them one by one? I just as the
Topics
topic.
as they go along.
All right, as they go along. All right, so the first thing we're gonna cover is how to stay consistent at anything.
Mhm.
The way how I stay consistent at certain things is well. Wait, let me hear your views first. How you stay consistent at something? So, for instance, you have something to do, and you know that it drawn out. How do you stay consistent at it to achieve the goal?
You just gotta do it, even when it's boring.
Mm,
Even I don't know, because I post every day on YouTube to trade.
yeah,
Even when you lose, like those are the days you have to bang out. Like the worst days, you're like, shit,
yeah.
I have to post this. All right, cool. Like you just gotta go through with it like a robot.
Yo, what are the strategies you implement to make sure that you do that? Because a lot of people them try, but at the same time, it you easily fall off. You understand? You can easily fall off for something that you say, "Oh, I want to be consistent at this," and you just fall off.
Or make it easy to do it. So
Mm.
whatever you have to do, just make sure that you can probably slide into it and just start or make
Well,
it easier.
that is true. Like, so those are some strategies that I implement, and another strategy that I would implement. I kind of agree with you when you say like just make it easier. So, say for instance, there's things that I want to do to be like more consistent. Like, so when I wanted to drink more water.
Mm-hmm.
So when I wanted to drink more water, in order to stay consistent at that, because literally, like I used to literally just forget to drink water. Imagine
Mm-hmm.
that. Imagine you forget to drink water.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to stay consistent at drinking water more often, the strategies that I implement was just keeping it close to me, like are keeping these things in different areas of my life where I know that okay, like I would definitely be able to see it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't miss it right there. So I would obviously leave one in my bag, obviously leave one in like probably my room or something, or
Oh,
obviously leave one in the car, or just obviously just leave it around to a point where you don't have no excuse to say, oh, like I leave my water bottle or I leave some shit like that.
mm-hmm.
I don't even use water bottle overall. I feel like water bottle is nasty, bro. So I don't even use those things. But
What about
just like
the little
any
thermos thing?
the reusable one, them like we can you
The
can't
metal
really
ones?
metal one where you
I don't
can't really
like it
wash.
either.
You
It give
can't
me a
wash
sore throat.
inside.
Give me a sore throat kind of thing.
Well, it's because you can't really wash inside, especially some like some slim ones. You can't
Yeah,
even wash inside, bro. It's like
yeah.
how people wash that. And at some point, it just start grow some shit, and you don't even notice because it probably just metal and like it. But that's crazy to me still.
Mm-hmm.
I rather glass. I was about to order some like glass water bottles, bro, because
Mm.
that kind of more like it just you less sediments and stuff like particles like when I go off in that like a glass bottle you wouldn't really have that. But at the same time, being consistent at this thing is just something that it sound easy. Like okay, even if the task easy, it would just be like a difficult process to continuously do it
Do it.
every single day. Because I feel like the mind no it's just against mundane tasks, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like things where seem repetitive or things where seem too simple to even do. Like your mind would naturally just like go, just surpass it. Like you just skip over that,
Mm-hmm.
totally skip over that. I see it happen to a few people, bro, and I'm just like, dog, are crazy. It even happened to me a lot of times when I'm trying to be consistent at something. Like I even try to be consistent at like just posting to Etsy every single day.
Mm-hmm.
That's bro, that's such a difficult task. Like
Yeah.
it seemed so simple because to list something is very easy, but at the same time, when you did jump pack with a bunch of shit going on, it's
Yeah.
like how you gonna stay consistent at that? Like
Yeah.
it kind of difficult. But we trying to make sure that we stay consistent at dropping videos. So we just go. I want you guys to bear with us though, because even though like we're not going to drop on a regular schedule, the act is to just drop at some point, never ever not drop. Like I feel like if we even if we just like say, oh, okay, we're just gonna drop videos so people can actually learn something, but we don't really like drop bullshit videos, bro. Like whatever videos we're gonna drop, we're just gonna make sure that you guys can literally learn something or just leave 1% better than how you actually came here. Because like I don't feel like you should be watching something and not learning anything from, bro. Like
Mm.
that just yeah, I feel like that just wastes of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if and these videos are long, bro. So especially if you're spending 1 hour watching a video like this, like you're guaranteed need for be guaranteed to be learning something. So staying consistent at that or at anything is just more of you making it super easier for yourself to do it. So whatever barriers you have, yeah, I feel like if as much as possible, if you can break it down, so just make it just be super easy for you to start. So ways that I just started to do to like list more products on Etsy. Like what I would do before I even leave, I would have a tab open and I would
Hmm.
already have whatever. You know when like you sit down at your desk and say, oh, okay, I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna work right now, I'm gonna work right
Hmm.
now. Before the average person would naturally just, all right, while I'm going to them work, at that point they're trying to organize what they're going to do.
Hmm.
But what I have done is just organize what I'm going to do before I even do it. Like, so probably like a day before, I
Hmm.
would just organize whatever I need to do so that whenever I sit down, all I'm doing is doing the thing.
Yeah, straight
They
into it.
just straight doing the thing that I say, okay, that's what I'm going to do. So if you can get over that and just make it so simple for yourself, I feel like that's like the best strategy, bro, to just stay consistent at
Hmm.
something. No, because if you don't do that, and trust me, it can be even anything, bro. Even girls, guaranteed girls. So sometimes you're texting like a girl or you're talking to a girl or some shit. I guarantee you, the guy, that girl gonna probably have like 4 or 5 guys texting her or some shit, and I promise you, are the guy that most consistent.
You think so?
I guarantee you, the guy that most consistent will be the winner of all these guys, bro. Like because even okay, if one of the guys finally okay, fine, him get it first or some shit like that. You know, it don't matter because the guy was consistent. Him
Yeah,
always there,
he's been
even
waiting.
through the breakup, even through all of the bullshit, even through anything else. So I promise you, like a situation like that is just the most consistent person win. Like if you really think about the word consistent and think about how it ties into like your life overall, just think about it. Everything you do, you require consistency, and if you are not consistent at it, something tragic happen. Imagine if you weren't consistently breathing.
Mm.
Imagine that. Like, imagine if you weren't consistently breathing, bro. So your body has a natural job to be consistent for you. So the least you can do is just be consistent for yourself when it comes on to like tasks, work, or just any relationship, or whether it's friendship, relationship, anything you're doing. If you apply consistency to it, I feel like there's just no losing. I don't think there's like a losing scenario if you just apply consistency towards it. So I definitely think that if you make it easier for yourself or just break down certain barriers to entry to whatever task you want to do, you're going to be consistent. What do you think about
Hmm.
that, dog?
Yeah, sounds good.
Well, that is guaranteed true. So, another topic I feel like you guys find very, very much interesting is in order to really self improve, like just going forward,
Hmm.
I feel like your aim in life should always be to just achieve more than your parents.
So why are you competing against your parents?
It's not the fact of competing, it's just the fact of I feel like your parents produce something in the world, which is you,
Hmm.
which is to be better at that. Because, all right, if you're not better than them, I feel like you wouldn't have like a just a purpose.
Wow.
I genuinely think that, bro. Because all right, the reason I say that is because being better than your parents is not competing. It's just being able to take care of them when they can't anymore.
Hmm.
So if you're technically not better than them, how are you going to take care of them? Because you should be able to retire your mom, father, or whoever it is. You should be at some point in life. You That's probably a goal that you should be. I feel like every person in life you owe that
Why didn't they retire themselves?
because they are not better than you. They're probably all right.
But
So
how does that go for people who are well off that did the right thing
mm,
and they retire themselves? The child has to come up and figure it out.
well, if you say for instance you all right, so scenario. So for instance, your parents already retired themselves, right?
Hmm.
So your parents did the job. They already retired themselves. But 9 out of 10 times, do you think that the person that parents that already retired themselves, the kid that they produced, do you think that that kid could even do it?
Do it.
Could you think? Do you think that kid could retire them if
Not in the same way that they
that they
retire
did?
themselves.
So I feel like your parents, you owe them just like because they already did the hard part by bringing you into the world, growing you for a certain amount of years and stuff like that. So I just genuinely think that when you can retire your parents, and even if your parents actually don't even need you to retire them,
Hmm.
I feel like you should still aim to be at a level where you can if you wanted to.
Sure enough. So
Yeah.
you owe them, your kids owe you. Is that the
I
assumption?
don't think my kids owe me, but
That's the same thing.
it's the same. But at the
It's the
same
same
time,
thing.
I don't have the mentality that, meaning like, I wouldn't be sitting there depending on, yep, this kid born, your job is to just retire me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think
So
like that.
so that's fucked up for you to say that you you owe them.
Well, I
Because
don't
that
think, all right, from their perspective, they shouldn't be thinking that you owe them. I don't think a parent should be thinking that, but I feel like in your body, in your moral thinking, bro, I feel like you should at least be aiming for that because I genuinely think that you do owe them by them taking care of you, them bringing you in the world, them just making sure that you're good for 18 years until you can just manage yourself. So even if they're not like saying, "Oh, yeah, retire me," blah blah blah. Like I just feel like if you can, or you should aim to at least be able to do it, even if it's not like a goal.
Mhm.
So if it's not a goal for you, or if your parents don't really care about that, or if like it's just not something that everybody talk about or something like that, I just still you should still be able to do it
Mhm.
if you wanted to. So make it be a choice. Don't make it be a thing where oh like I don't want to do that because like blah blah blah. Like I
Mhm.
feel like you should make it be a choice. So because a lot of people like they don't really a lot of people parents they don't really care about that. They're just doing their thing, bro. Like they're not sitting down thinking that oh my kid going to retire me or whatever. But
Mhm.
wouldn't that be nice though?
Mhm.
Wouldn't that be nice? I feel like that would be nice, and you would just provide a lot of value, or you just prove to your parent that yep, like they produce something great here.
Mhm.
Because that's the whole point, bro. Like you just want to be able to like just add value to like your family or just to the world at least, bro.
Mhm.
Or just even if you're not aiming for the world, at least just aim for your world, which is your family, because everybody's family is their own specific world. So I
Mhm.
just feel like if you can make an impact in your world, you're just like you're not really providing any value, bro. And if you're just floating and not providing value to like your family, to people who got you to where you were, I don't know, I just feel like you're just like a bad person.
Yeah.
Just
See.
straight up bad person, bro. Because that's just so selfish of you, you know? I would definitely think that's like super selfish of a person to just say, "Oh, hey, I'm not going to retire my parents because like they should be able to do it. They should be able to just do these things on their own, you know.
That's if the person is able to, or even if they aren't able to.
Even if you aren't able to, you should be aiming for that.
Oh.
That should be a goal.
Mhm.
Cause, bro, and dog, I don't even want to hear it like some guys say, "Oh, like I'm 50 now, like my parents, blah blah blah." No, fuck that. Like there shouldn't be a time cap. So even if you get to fucking 40 something,
Mm-hmm.
50 something, bro, like, come on, dog. You should still be doing it, even if you didn't do it before. So what? You never do it at like 20 something. You never do it at that. It don't matter, bro. You should still just aim for it. At least aim for it before you say, "Oh, all right, I'll go and just go fuck off with but with my own selfish needs and shit like that."
Mm-hmm.
Like I just don't feel like I don't feel like you're a man if you can't really do that as an option. Because a man should be able to provide, but you should be able to change just the environment around you. Because like men are naturally depended on.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that? What's your views on that?
Yeah.
Like you agree with that?
Yeah.
So that means you agree that you should be able to retire your parents as a choice.
Yeah, but at the same time, you can try to retire your parents early
Yeah.
and then miss putting money into opportunity that could have retired them a little later down. But because you wanted the facade of retiring them early,
Hmm.
you miss out on creating a empire or a bigger opportunity.
But what if you're aiming to be able to do both?
Yeah,
Because
yeah. If you're aiming to able to do both and then you delay
meaning you don't
one.
have to put off an investment because you want because all right, I look at it like this: retiring your parents, bro, or just achieving to be better than them.
Mhm,
You don't have to be over zealous. Like you don't have to be over the thinking that. But I look at it like this, bro. If your parents work some average job
mhm,
and then they're making like what 3 grand a month, two
mhm,
grand a month, all you have to do is double it.
mhm,
Imagine you double it and you're paying your parents like 6 grand a month that just come out of whatever account you have passively, just come out of that.
mhm.
Your parents retired.
Fair enough. Yeah.
You pay, like I look at it like that. Your parents retired because at that point you're earning them the same amount of money passively
Mhm,
rather than them going out and working for it.
mhm,
So even if you're not doubling what they make at their job, at least more than that, if you can give them that more than that, if you can give them more than that what they used to record their job,
mhm,
and that just come out of our account for you randomly, they're retired. Job done, done.
mhm,
Now you move on to whatever bullshit they want to do. So I look at it like that, dog. So a lot of people always look at it and say, "Oh, yeah, I have to give my mom $1 million. I have to go do this." Like you don't have to do that shit, dog. Because the act of retiring your parents, it's so simple, bro. All you have to do is just whatever bullshit job your mom working or your dad or whatever. Ask her, "Mom, how much money you make per month?" And then once you do it,
mhm,
you just double it, bro, or you just like meet her at that point. And imagine how your mom feel to know that the same money she would work at her job, that she go in there, she talking to people she don't want to deal with, she dealing with people she don't like, she all of this shit. And you just save her that by giving her that same thing anyways.
mhm,
So I look at that like no, you give her time to just go do some little bullshit, like to have friends, to have a life, to do stuff like that, bro.
mhm,
So technically it's not like you turn her into a millionaire or some shit because if you really start thinking like that, bro, like I feel like social media fuck up how people think about retiring parents and how people think about doing these things. I feel like you start overthink to a point where you're like you don't want to keep up with that, so you forget about the real shit that actually matters, which is just making sure that she's making same amount that she would earn at her job anyways.
mhm.
Come, I'm pretty sure, bro, your mom don't make $1 million a month, dog. Your mom does not do that. So even if you just don't think like that and just think fair slump small in terms of like how you're going to approach to retire them, I feel like you have a straight up shot and you have a very much achievable goal right there, bro. Like, because come on, as like a mid 20s person, something like that, bro. Like, you should I feel like you should at least get there to a point where you're doubling that for a fact because I feel like the world has made it so much easier for us as like Gen Z millennial people that the things that we can take advantage of, our parents they don't really care to learn them.
That's their choice.
That's their choice.
There are many people of age
Hmm.
who use the technology and leverage the technology. So for you to just cast it out and say, they don't want to. Like that's their choice.
But the people who leverage and use the technology is the people who embrace change.
And where they, what is the different factor there between both persons?
All right, so a person who embrace change and a person who don't embrace change,
Mm-hmm.
you can have like a total drastic different life just by that simple factor right there,
But
bro.
isn't it choice?
It is a choice, but at the same time, you have to remember, bro, if a person doing the same thing over and over a certain way for years, years on top of years,
Mm-hmm.
they had done so much stacking of the same habits
Mm-hmm.
that it's just religion for them to do it like that, bro.
Well, it's still choice.
Still a choice, but at the same time, it's still a religion for you to just do it like that because I'm pretty sure right now, how would you feel if something you do every single day, that's just a part of your day, somebody just come and disrupt it for you and it make you uncomfortable for do it, and you know the way you always do it, you don't have no problem doing that, and them just say, hey, just try it this way for a while, and
Mm.
then you do it and it's uncomfortable for you to do it. Can you just keep doing what they said just because this person is influencing you to do that?
Well, just choosing change is always better, don't you think? As
Not
a,
always. I don't think. Oh, I wouldn't say. I wouldn't want to use
change, you're
always.
talking about technology.
Oh yes,
So,
technology change fairly always
and
better.
then our people kind of adopt the parts of technology that they want to. So, you adopt in TV, WhatsApp,
Mm,
da da da, and then everything else is just you can't do that on the same device
you
that
can do that in the same
you
way.
do everything else.
But you have to look at the
No,
dynamics
no
also.
excuses.
No,
No
no, look at the
excuses.
dynamics,
No
dog. The
excuses.
reason why bro, trust me, dog. I never even used to like. I used to be like, all right, these people like just fuck. They just don't want it. But at the same time, if you think about it, bro, the dynamics of this thing, where even right now, like my income 100% online now, 100%,
Mm-hmm.
because every single thing I do right now to earn income is just online,
Mm-hmm.
fully online. So if the internet down, like I probably have problems doing my shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's something I've gotten used to, right? But your parents, guaranteed, they've been earning money offline for years,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just the way they know things. That's just the way how they were just programmed, just by not by anyone, not programmed by anyone,
By
not
the
programmed,
TV.
not pro. Well, that is that them influenced by that.
Watch that TV shit, bro.
But to be honest, dog, when them program like that to a point where you earn money in a specific way at a certain time, and if somebody just come by and just shift that whole concept for you, bro, which is you go to work, you get up in the morning, you do these things. Imagine if you earning money don't require you getting up in the morning, go look a taxi, drive someplace to work or do some shit. When that disrupted for you, bro,
Mm-hmm.
that's like a change in your mindset of how you think of life, because the average person would just, or your parents overall, they would just find that, okay, so now I earn the money that I would earn at my job, so what do I do now? They wouldn't even know what they would do now. So at the same time, they probably would revert back to just going back to work,
Mm-hmm.
even though they're making the money online either ways, because them stuck in the same like habit of doing these things over and over, and I would have feel so left behind or so like unproductive if you're not out doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Us, we program because we look at work as work. You don't have to be somewhere. This is working. We're
Mm-hmm.
working right now. We're working right now. Like this is literally working right now. So just imagine that. Imagine how your parents overall would find this uncomfortable to think that, oh yeah, like this is working. You sitting on your computer for hours is working. You
Mm-hmm.
doing blah 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 is working. No, it's not, because to them it's just not working. The dynamic don't set for them to believe that it's working. But to be honest, the when the meta changed to this, do you realize that, okay, you can make more money sitting down one place than if I was around running around like my head chop off.
Mm-hmm.
Like imagine you living on the planet for years in a world where you know that this is how things are. You have to run around, you have to do this, and then your offspring just gonna say, "Hey, mom, you don't have to run around." Like,
Mm-hmm.
so I just think that just would be difficult for your parents. So I feel like this is just how you have to change the dynamic in order to show them that, hey, mom, I can just be I can be 1% better than, not even 1%, 100x better than your parents, bro. Like, you have to be 100x better, because like my son, I want my son 100x better than me, but at the same time, like, that's if I ever have a son, either ways. But if I have a son soon, I want him to be 100x better than me, because I don't look at him to retire me, not looking at him to retire me, but at the same time, I want him to be 100x better than me, because it's your next generation you're in charge of.
Mm-hmm.
His generation is coming, bro. So if this kid is such a bomb, if I make this kid a bomb, bro, like, or not 100x better than me, his kids are fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Because you ever hear the saying, hard times create strong men create hard times. Oh no, wait, strong men create easy times, and the easy times create weak men.
Mm-hmm.
And that just kind of, like, imagine you hear something like that, and it just simply means that, like, if you provide everything your kid need,
Mm-hmm.
he's not gonna have any drive to get anything.
So how are you gonna be able to give your kid a hard time?
Yeah, I will.
Oh,
'Cause by restricting, taking away like certain dopamine hits.
darn it! You took my iPad, Dad.
So guess what?
Darn it!
Guess what?
Pull up my Neuralink.
Guess what?
Fucking idiot. Pull up my Neuralink.
Pull out fucking my fucking Google Glasses bullshit. I just
Idiot. iPad. Who uses the iPad?
no, but I feel like I would give my
Dinosaur.
kid a very secluded life, bro. So
Yeah.
I would give my kid a very much difficult life of not giving them everything, not giving them.
So how are they gonna? Okay, I won't even talk about it
Well, it
because
gonna
they might
happen.
watch this video
It
and
gonna happen. So like, if, no, it don't matter how long, however long it be, it gonna happen to a point where I'm not gonna give my kid like phones with like dopamine
no
enhancers on them.
Wi-Fi.
They're gonna have Wi-Fi, but at the
Mm-hmm.
same time,
No TikTok.
devices like TikTok. You're crazy, bro.
Wow.
You think you're crazy? So no TikTok. Fuck TikTok.
Hey, wow.
No TikTok. Like, and even if that kid even have anything, I rather go code my own app and let him scroll on that shit with productivity videos for the whole time. I would code that app just to let him do that.
Wow.
So fucking custom.
Wow.
Kid gonna be so custom. We don't even gonna live in cities. We're not gonna live in cities. Fuck
Off
that.
grid.
Off grid.
Off
Gonna live
grid.
in like a total different
Home
place.
school.
Homeschool. My kid's gonna be homeschool guaranteed, off the grid, and it's just. I when I say homeschool, I'm not talking about homeschool by some fucking person you hire, bro.
By me.
Me,
Of
me, 100%. Because
course.
at that point, my income gonna be 100% just online. That and total. The real world don't matter to me. Making money in the real world would not matter at that point, bro. So I will have the time to transfer my values to this kid.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you send your kid to some school or just have some random person homeschool him, what do you think happen, bro? That kid now absorb whatever values that teacher that was sitting with him for 12, 13 hours a day, bro. Like, guaranteed. That
Mm-hmm.
kid just come back now. That kid is that teacher. Whatever that teacher is, that's that kid.
Yeah.
Not your kid. Your kid only see you for 2 days a week because you trade in your 2 days for like the five. Like, so you literally your kid at school for 5 days and then him see you on 2 days on the weekend. Sometimes, perhaps, maybe, if you're not doing overtime or some dumb shit, dog. So I look at it like that, as if you're not transferring these values yourself, your kid just gonna be just like whoever transferring the values to them, bro. Like, just like that. So the only way to do it is off the grid, secluded, and just leave it at rest.
Huh?
Yeah, of course. But what's your views on that? How do you think?
On the kid,
Yeah.
I'm not fully. sure yet. Because, I mean, I would do more by example than like trying to force anything. And then if they're willing to listen to the guidance, but I'm
Yeah.
not gonna force it.
But you go and send them to school, regular school.
Yeah.
So that means even if you try, it wouldn't even matter.
Yo, it's their life, man.
Their life.
Their life. Like I think
Mm,
it's everyone's life. Cause just like how your parents had their life. Like literally everybody had this moment
yeah.
when they were just living their life and trying to make it for themselves.
So you don't think that is the values that were transferred to you why you are the person you are now?
Yeah. But you don't you're gonna instill them,
Yeah.
but then at the same time the person needs to choose what they want to do.
But how can your 5-year-old kid choose or 6-year-old?
Well, then you would have to do it how you train the person. So the experiences you, a lot of it is experience.
Yeah.
So say you're a person, you always go on vacation, you're always doing a type of work, is what they see, is
Yeah.
what they're gonna do. They always see you reading, they always see you doing stuff on the computer.
Yeah.
Dad, what are you doing? Okay, my dad does that. Maybe I should do that. I might have a natural ability to do the things that my parents are doing
But how?
naturally. They just learn it by seeing you do it.
Well, I get that, but you have to remember, bro, in this overstimulated world now, and we're talking about 2023, and we're
Mm-hmm.
talking 2023 is right now. And whenever you have a kid, it's gonna be like 2026, 2027, some fucking time out,
Mm-hmm.
right? At that point, dog, you the competition now small. At that point, you have AI, TikTok now, next level shit, next level shit. So now your influence have to be so good now to even get through to this kid just because you're sending him to school, you're doing all this. So now whatever parenting you used to do before,
Mm-hmm.
remember, you still planning on being normal. You
Yeah.
still planning on being normal, but guess what? AI advancing every single day advancing. So
Mm-hmm.
how will you compete against transferring values from this fucking AI simulated world that's happening, and then you now hoping that your kid just yes, this kid is just gonna watch and learn what I do. Because you have to remember, kids they only do the coolest shit available.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all I'm doing, bro. Like, if you ever notice, every influencer right now, you're gonna have the guy who just sit down and read and do some bullshit and him just wear regular clothes or whatever. Him not as cool as the guy that drive the fucking Aventador bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Me guaranteed. I'm guaranteed. So the guy who drive the Aventador, the Ferrari, all that, him probably no less than the guy who living simple, right?
Mm-hmm.
But who has the most influence? The guy will have the bullshit because the kids overall only draw to the coolest shit available.
But then, all right, you're drawn to the cool shit. We're gonna use the internet to find out how can you get to that thing and get you started on the path to that.
Mm,
Kind of teach them a lesson about time value and working towards a goal.
mm.
And bro, I'm not even too worried about that to be honest.
Yeah.
Cause
Well, it's something that I'm planning for, and it's something I put deep intense planning towards this, bro. I have
mm,
like a journal that literally a journal this whole kid's life, and trust me, I guarantee you that it's not gonna go anything like our journal. Guarantee you, it's not gonna go like that because you see when you have moving variables, bro, moving unexpected parts, whatever you want, that's just what you want. Reality different.
yeah, but reality can line up.
Can align at the same time, but all right, just like this.
How often does reality not align for you?
Reality always align, but not in the way that I was expecting it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So, yeah, the results might be the same, but the journey to get there probably not okay, bro. The
Mm-hmm.
journey to get there probably not like the same or not what you were expecting it to be. So I look at that shit like, man, if you not thinking, if you're not thinking like ahead of the curve, or if you're not thinking to make the journey fun or make the journey just unique to match this kid's lifestyle or match however results that you want, I feel like you're gonna like just experience some problems, bro. I definitely think that might be a thing where you experience. But looking at that is just however I feel like whatever values you have as a person
Hmm.
is just what's gonna be transferred at the end of the day.
Yeah. So
Yes.
what you do?
Yeah, it was what you do because like kids naturally like look up to their parents and stuff like that. But at the same time, that stuff is just where do you go from there? You know, like how can you expect that? Well, I don't know. People naturally just like results. They don't like processes. You
Hmm.
know, so I just started learning how to like processes more. So that's another thing you can do to self improve your life like that. Literally, just enjoy processes because a lot of people always look at the guy with the millions of dollars or look at the guy with the business or the car or whatever, but they don't give a shit about the process.
Hmm.
They just give a shit about the result. What do you think?
Yeah.
Well, that's just crazy, bro. So the process is what matters as just a human being growing up because the process is where the lessons are actually going to be learned, bro. You don't learn shit by having the car that you bought with the money from your business or some shit, bro. You don't learn shit from that. The only thing you learn is that the fucking trunk not in the back anymore, it's at the front. You just learned that. That's it. That's probably the most things you learn by having like a car like that, bro. So you don't the process to get a car is what actually matters at the end of the day, and it just took me so long to actually really meds that. So now I just enjoy more processes that I can. So another that's another thing you can add to this list of things. But one thing that I know that you did like really want to talk about is this is the other thing that I feel like you can use to self improve is just the value of trust.
Yeah. So the value, how I think trust is like underrated,
Mm,
because like, see, trust is something that you can't see. It's something that people feel. Like
mm,
somebody can trust you, and
not tangible, like that's not
it's not
tangible.
tangible.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then at the same time, if somebody trusts you, they can give you an opportunity.
Yes.
They can give you a house. They
Yes.
can give you an asset. They can give you a car.
Mm,
They can give you a lot of things. So I think trust is something that's underrated, but it has so much value that it can take you to a lot of places, put you in a lot of rooms, and then
mm.
just do a lot for you.
So
How?
so how do you become like just a trustworthy person to achieve these things?
So just be straightforward. Like it's simple. Like
Mm,
just like with you, like if somebody's handling finances with you,
yes.
what you told them they're gonna get is what they're getting.
Yes.
Straightforward as that. And if you handle people like that consistently,
Yes.
ties back into your consistency.
Mm,
It has so much long term value that people don't even understand. Like if somebody trusts you
yeah.
and you show a good track record over like 5, 10 years,
That's solid.
it's different. It's totally different.
That's
And
solid.
people don't know like how it's more valuable to you than you think. Somebody would leave you in their house just by yourself. Just live there, please. Just I trust you. Only you can access this.
Mm,
Like
mm,
it's something that's underrated, and I think people, if you're honest with your doings
yes.
and you try to take care of people's things, people will trust you with it, and then you can use that trust and just flip it into another opportunity.
Mm.
So
So do you believe that like so that means you heavily believe in trust is the main factor that leads to opportunities?
it, I mean, people give you an opportunity,
Yeah.
and then depending on if you break their trust or if you keep their trust, you keep the opportunity.
Well, so you as like a business owner,
I
would
think I
you
sell trust, literally.
Sell trust.
Sell trust. Like
Define that though.
somebody trusts me enough to let me go into their house and resolve their problem.
Wow.
I think I come, and then there's even a premium you can put on trust, because not everybody can go into these houses
Hmm.
just because they know that you are a trustworthy person and they trust you.
Hmm.
You can put an extra price on that because it's me. You trust me.
That's true.
Or you can send any other guy in there who's gonna charge you a little less, but you don't know the end result.
Ah, so they rather trust the guy that have the track record,
Mm-hmm.
or yeah. Well, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. But people trust things all the time, bro. People trust different companies. People trust different, like the government.
Mm-hmm.
People trust so much different things in
So
life,
they
bro.
are really the leveraging of the trust.
They're the real persons, bro. I think about it
Wow.
like this: a car company,
Yeah.
a person
Just a
trust
life.
you to
Wow.
go in that
You got a
thing.
point. You got a point.
Yes.
Damn, that's a bigger
You have
step.
to trust that company to be like, yep, I'm gonna go in this machine and then go 150 miles per hour.
Wow. I didn't even realize that
I look at trust
part of it.
that deep though, because
Wow.
you trust this restaurant. Yes, these guys aren't gonna poison me today.
That's a great point.
Of course,
Yeah.
I look at trust that deep. So I look at trust
Wow.
as you trust a person that you don't even know, but you can trust a person because you see a million other people that trust them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing too, because that you can make your track record so deep and strong by just providing supreme honesty, so that
Mm.
you get to a point where now your trust is a no-brainer for others.
Yes. Yes.
So it's like that's how companies work,
Yeah.
like legit. Like, all right, so what you say is so important, but any company anybody start, or any company a person have, the main thing of that company is trust, because these people are your customers, are trusting that yes, you're gonna send that package you said you're gonna send, right? If
Yeah.
somebody buys something online, yes, yeah, I trust that he's gonna mail it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's it. So
Wow.
trust is so serious. So I feel like you as a man, as a person, should value trust so much, and you should take trust so serious
Yeah.
that, because one day you won't get rich, right? You say you
Mm-hmm.
won't get rich, you want to do all these things, but you're not going to if I can't trust you, bro. Because if
Yeah.
one guy can't trust you, millions won't.
Yeah.
Remember that. Millions won't. So it's like, and to be honest, in order to have anything successful for a company, like you have to develop these skills to let people want to trust you, dude. Because your word, like you see, for me, your word is your bond.
Mm.
Like you say go do something, you just do it. But at the same time, like I don't want to really sit down and talk like this, because sometimes I break my word, because like when it comes down to time, I'm not always the best, because like I have a lot of moving parts. So I would tell somebody, yes, yes, I'll be there this time, and just not.
You're just bad at time. Like,
But
you're
because
just bad at
look,
time. I don't know what's wrong with you.
no, it's bad, bro. Because you see me, dog. Like I have so many moving parts, and it's inexplainable. So it's like I can't really say, oh yeah. What I should do is stop promising times. I just want to abolish that overall. It's like that's probably one of the main reasons why I decided that like I'm not gonna work a job anymore, bro. I literally tell myself that like I can't do it
Because of time.
because of time. Because I'm always late for this thing, and
Oh.
I'm always, and it's like if I'm always late in terms of this because I'm working on my own shit.
Mm-hmm.
Should I really be sorry? Should I really be sorry I'm late? Do you understand? So it's like because if I'm late for a job, bro, I say I'm sorry, but I'm not. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not sorry, because what I was doing was more important. I
Mm-hmm.
promise you, bro. So even though I apologize for being sorry, I'm not. So this is one of the main reasons why I'm just like, like yeah, I rather just so I kind of eat the frog in terms of doing the hard work that will allow me to not be time dependent, like, or let somebody be time dependent on me.
Mm-hmm.
So I did the hard work by just working hard within my business, even when it's not making any money, even when it wasn't making any money, bro. Just
Mm-hmm.
work hard regardless. You know what kind of crazy to me? When I just started this business,
Mm-hmm.
and I just started my business, and imagine seeing people that work in regular jobs just making more money than you. Even though you start a business, you're making passive income, you're doing all this shit. That's the
Mm-hmm.
shit that you say you're doing, right? But a person who's just working their regular job just making more money than you, bro. To be honest, if you're not strong and you don't learn how to just stay down for yourself, you're literally going miss the point of this thing. Ain't gonna watch your friend make up more money than you. They ain't just gonna revert from doing that because you say, "Yep, these guys making money doing jobs, so why I gonna have a business?" That's not the point. The point is to have your own shit. The point is to do your own shit to a point and scale it and grow it and do stuff. I see that's the point to me
Mm-hmm.
because you're in a job somewhere else. It wasn't about the money. It wasn't about the money, though. Because what if these guys stop this business? What if these companies stop this shit? It wasn't about that. It was never about that. It just was about you learning these values to a point where you're doing these things on your own now. People depend on you now. Now you're providing value to the world now. You see what I'm saying? Now your life has a purpose, has a goal, and you're not just existing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, I look at it like this, bro. If you continuously just work a job with no goal to expand, I feel like you're selfish. I feel like you're selfish because if you don't think that, hey, let me do something that's gonna provide value to other people in the world right now, you're selfish because you're only thinking of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
If somebody's doing a job,
Just the doing, not the act of doing a job, because that's not. It's just doing a job with no goals or intentions to do anything else but that job.
I don't know. Not everybody wants to own a business, so
I get that, but you don't you think it's selfish? It's a selfish reason why a person wouldn't want to own a business.
no.
It's selfish, bro.
Oh
I
my
feel like
god,
it's selfish, dog.
no.
Why not? Why not?
What?
Why not? Why? Because
Because they don't want to solve people, everybody problems.
they're only worried about theirs, right? Yes, yes, they're only worried about yours. Yes, exactly. I'm glad we got
So
this.
I should get up and figure out everybody else's problems.
No, no, no. You're gonna figure out something you had problems with at first
Yeah.
and expand it to
Mm.
millions.
Mm.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
And if they don't want to do that, so what if I don't want to scale?
All right, all right. Think about it like this then. If you don't want scale,
Yeah.
no, you come up with a model where you only need 10 customers, bro. So you don't need millions of customers.
So
Because
I need to be texting these people.
no, you don't. No, you
Back and
don't.
forth.
Because you don't have to. Yeah, you can have a business without texting. Because you can set up a system. You can set up a system, and you're not texting anyone. You're not doing anything. You're not answering a bunch of phone calls. You're just your system. Millions of people using it. You
Mhm.
ever notice when a person create a product like a software product,
Mhm.
right? A person create a software product. What do you think happens? What do you think happens? He put the work in because him know that okay, millions of people go one day benefit from doing this, and he work done. The work is done.
Mhm.
The work is done, bro. You're not answering phone calls. You're not. You probably do some update here and you're fine. But at the same time, come on, dog. You're going fucking. That's like 4 hours of work for the month. The
Mhm.
month. 4 hours of work. You can't possibly tell me that like I'm so selfish that I don't want to worry about that at all. Like no, you have to, bro. Because at the same time, dog, it's like you have a problem with something. It's like you're depending on somebody else to solve it.
Mhm.
Don't do that. That's how businesses came along, a, a one individual person have a problem
Mhm.
and him solve it for himself, no him solve it for millions. The concept of business, that's it. That's just how people do that. Like if a person never really think like that, then you just have a bunch of people using, imagine the guy that created the car, or just one car.
Mhm.
Imagine the guy that created what, like the phone or some shit like that, or just one. There's
Mhm.
nothing else. So You cannot be that way, bro. You can't be that way. Like you just have to do it at some point, even if you're 50, 60, it doesn't matter, bro. Don't die and not help another person come up the ladder, bro. Because if you don't do that, it's just fucked. Imagine the people that created electricity, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Look how much people benefit from that invention.
Mm-hmm.
Refrigeration. Look how much people benefit from that thing because it's like you're born, you leave something in the world that will outlive you.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. If the thing outlives you, you provided value and help other people, bro. So I just look at if you don't aim for that shit, dog, you're just a selfish piece of shit, bro. Even if
Wow.
it change your life, cause you're gonna burn in hell, bro. I swear. I swear, bro. If you don't do that, dog, you're just gonna be bad, bro. Like you just have to do it because come on, bro. Right now, every person, everything you use, everything a person use, it was made by another person. So just imagine if that guy was just selfish. Me alone. Okay, me alone gonna use this.
Mm-hmm.
I just look at it like just messed up, bro. Just but that's crazy though. I just let's just not rant anymore because all right. So another topic that I feel like we should definitely adjust, and this one we definitely gonna help you just improve your life in terms of that is choosing to live in hell or heaven. You
Yeah.
say so? You think a person choose that life
Yeah.
for themselves?
So apart from the religious aspect of it,
Yes.
I don't know. This is just a theory, so I'm wondering if like
Also,
what.
yeah. So all right. So let me pause you for a second. When he said like besides from religious accent, so I don't expect Christians to be like, oh yeah, or some freaking Muslim, like, oh I don't believe in it. Like, bro, it's not that, dog.
Yeah.
Don't focus on that. Even if you don't believe in heaven, it's just the act of what you do when you do bad things and what happens when you do good things, bro. That's it. That's the whole concept of it. So explain now.
Yeah. So like what we're going through now, like everybody's going through uh situation,
Yeah.
and then I don't know if somebody's choosing to look at everything that happens to them as good or bad. So you're kind of like choosing to live in heaven or hell. Because sometimes I see somebody complain like, "Oh, this not going right. They want this to happen." When that thing happen,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh no, I'm not ready for it now.
Not
It's too
really.
much. Da da da. So you
Ah,
can never,
overwhelmed.
yeah, can
Overwhelmed.
never be satisfied, and you're always just gonna be complaining. Versus somebody who's like, "All right, finally get this. All right, if I get something else, that would be good. Oh, I get that. Sweet,
Sweet.
nice.
Yeah.
We'll just go and rock with it.
Sweet.
Okay." Like
Wow.
it's just I don't know if it is how you view it. Like you're gonna either be constantly in heaven or constantly in hell.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we're in this situation, bro. But like I do a lot of work, a lot of jobs, a lot of things. And people might be saying, "Oh, you work too much." I'm like, no, I actually enjoy.
I'd rather be doing
Yeah,
this.
like I'm solving a lot of problems right
Yes.
now. I'm meeting a lot of people.
Yes.
I'm charging a lot for the work. Like, believe me, I don't mind right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I hear people complain, "No, you always want to work. You always want to. Why you don't like the club? Blah blah blah." I don't like
Fuck the
doing
club,
that.
bro. Fuck the club, bro.
I'm not trying to do that. Like, genuinely, like this is.
But it's so difficult for a person to like understand that concept or that perspective because it's like a person naturally programmed to believe that oh yeah like I work now and it's Friday now so like
Friday, yeah.
so let's just do this now so what fuck it for my every day for me is Friday, bro. Fuck that. And
Every
I
day
don't
same for me.
same like
day.
same
Just day.
every day is day so
Monday,
it's like
2 day,
yeah
day.
yes just
Whatever.
day. So I don't have a Friday. I don't have a Friday, bro. So I don't have a Friday to a point where like I okay, I can't do this now because I do this all week. No, fuck it, bro. My shit constant,
Yeah, it's
dog.
just a
Just
continuous week.
constant. So if you don't have the perspective of you loving this thing that you do, and you know what crazy though? You see, oh man, this is wild, dog. So I feel like if you hate what you do, you have a Friday. But if you love what you do, you don't.
Yeah.
Cause
Okay.
yeah, because if
Mhm.
if you hate what you do, you are constantly waiting on Friday to stop doing that thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then if you love what you do, every day is the same. It doesn't matter, bro. Like you are
Yeah.
doing this because this is just what you do. This is who you are. This is the person who you are, bro. So it's just the regular shit. So it's not no. It's Friday now, so I can just go do this. No, bro. Fuck it. Like
Yeah.
I promise you, dog. All these things I used to have it, bro. I've done it, dog. I've done it. It's just not it. Like Friday, I feel worse if I just not doing the thing I want to do, bro. Like if I'm not working, I'm worse. I feel worse, bro.
Hmm.
I feel worse than if because it's so fucked up. I feel like that's why people hate going to things with me, bro. They hate going to parties with me. They hate going to events with me because at the same time I'm in the event working. I'm working in there because you have to remember, dog. This shit hyper competitive, bro. If you don't do it, somebody gonna do it.
Somebody out there.
Somebody gonna fucking do it,
Somebody say,
dog.
"Oh yeah, he went to the club.
Oh, he
Yeah.
went to the club.
My time now. My time now.
Yo, so yo,
I beat you today."
so that's why I say, bro, if you're not constantly living with a perspective or mindset like that, you will be left behind by these guys like us, bro, guys like us. That's just we doing this for a living. That's what we do. So we gonna naturally outwork you if you want break for God have a Friday, bro. Like you're gonna be fucked up. So and always remember, like, we're not the best. You have guys 10x us. So just imagine that.
Yo, and the real thing, the overwork thing is a man thing.
Mine.
So you might be like chilling,
Yes.
and then like your girl say, "Yeah, just rest, man, rest." And then like there's this guy who's like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just beat these
Yeah,
guys
him
right
rest.
now."
Yeah, while you resting, I think that's fucking crazy,
And
bro.
you have like this guy, he's just ready to beat you, just
Ready, him. That's his
ready.
life purpose, bro. His
Yeah,
life goal. His life goal is to just beat you. Him don't even want to achieve nothing else.
he's just to beat you.
Just to beat you, bro. That's it. So just imagine you in the world competing with people like that, dog.
Yeah,
Just imagine that, bro. And
yeah.
I promise you, like, you can't be sitting there and be like, "Oh, no, you shouldn't be thinking about the fuck that." You should be thinking
You
about
should be thinking
competition, bro.
about that.
You should be thinking about that now, because you're gonna be sitting down saying some dumb shit, bro, and saying that while the world just pass you, dog. So the world gonna pass you, and then you literally go when you get to 30, 40, and like
And
50,
everything too expensive.
everything too expensive now. You're
Yeah,
hyper competitive now, or you have to just do whatever them people say you need to do because or else you lose your job. Like, bro, come on, dog.
hmm
Come on, bro. Like you're going in this high intense competitive world. Don't be that guy to be like, oh, I'm only competing with myself, bro. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Millions people
No,
living here.
no, you're not.
Living to
No, you're
millions. No,
not.
you're not, bro.
Yeah,
Fucking not. And it's like I look at it like this. Even though girls they're around you, bro, and they said for you to oh like just do this, do whatever. I promise you, if you were that guy who just did whatever she said every time, she would not respect you, bro.
hmm
She would not. She
but
would
she's never gonna admit that.
not.
Never gonna
She
admit that.
not admit it
Never
either.
admit that.
She gonna be like, no, I actually would rather you. No, you're not. You don't like that.
But she low key just hates your little shack.
Yeah, hate you a
Fucking
little. All
pussy.
right, I look at it like this.
Yeah.
Back in the days, right, when soldiers used to leave for war,
Mhm.
soldiers they used to leave and go to war and shit, and like they used to just like they fight for their country and shit like
Yeah.
that. And then like that soldier like just kissing his wife and kid goodbye and say, "Oh, bye, honey," or whatever, and the wife crying and just say, "Oh, don't go,
Yeah.
don't go," blah blah blah. Like, all right, fuck it. The world spinning around now. Okay, I know I gotta go.
Yeah. Just take
I
off
know I
the
gotta go.
uniform.
Just take off your uniform and just don't go. Right?
She'll just be
Just
like, yo, you need to go.
you need to go this
Like, yo.
yo, and even if she say yes, now I have you for myself now, whatever. She go watch the news and see all these guys. Oh, this guy just fought for his country and guy get medal and say like this. So why you don't get your medal?
Yeah. Where's your medal?
Where's your medal? No, she don't respect you, bro. Because why? Because you choose to listen to her, bro, and just do some
Yeah.
dumb shit, dog.
You got a point. You got a
Bro,
point.
I'm telling you, you can't
damn.
trust them, bro.
You got a point.
Dog, you can't.
You gotta be like Steelman and like, yo, I have to go.
Yeah,
I gotta go.
yeah, bro. Iron mind,
Yeah, just
iron.
focus
Because
on the mission.
the goal, your work, bro, is your purpose, bro. Whatever you dedicate your life to focus on is your purpose. And that's wild when you really think about the concept of that, dog. Because if you don't make sure that like these goals and needs are met, somebody's gonna meet them.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna meet them for you. Cause trust me, bro, just like that fucking soldier guy, that girl gonna wish your man, like she gonna wish that one of the guy on stage getting his medal was her man.
Mm-hmm.
And you decide not to go because you're listening to her, right? You're gonna stay home. You're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
No, come on, dog. Like it's just so fucked up how this world is, and you have to know the things to accept, and you have to know the things to deny, bro. If
Mm-hmm.
you don't pay attention at these things, you will be fucked. You will be fucked, and you go end up listening to some girl, and you go end up watch her go with the next guy that did the same thing she said not to do for you.
The exact
The
same thing
exact
she
thing.
said you should not do.
Exactly, bro.
He never listened to her,
Never
and
listen
she
to
like
her.
that.
Exactly. She like that. And then she'd not go admit that, oh no, like I would rather have no, she's not
Never
gonna admit,
admit.
she's never gonna admit that,
Never
bro.
gonna. She would tell
See,
that to the great.
exactly. So I don't even expect you to, and any girl watching this, I don't expect you to agree with this right now. Okay, you're gonna say, oh, like yes, yes, I would actually like my guy to hang out with me all the time. No, you do not, bro.
Yeah.
Because when you guys go to that restaurant, if he's fucking hanging out with you, who's paying that bill? Are you paying it? Are you paying it? And then I promise you, if you end up paying it, you gonna have a problem. Oh, my man don't pay for nothing for me. Like, oh fuck, what do you want then?
Just hate a little, hate.
What do you want?
Mm-hmm.
Dog, just understand and just remember that, like, listen, this is just what it is. So you can choose your hell or you can choose your heaven, but I promise you, heaven is always where your mind is at. So, and dog, you probably disagree with this. You probably disagree with this, bro. But at the same time, heaven is where your mind is at. So, for an evil guy who is super evil and all he thinks about is murdering,
Mm-hmm.
his heaven is murdering people.
Mm-hmm.
I would think that's his heaven. That's his
And he's
heaven.
happy.
And because he's happy doing that.
He's happy.
So
He knows what he wants
he
to do.
knows what he wants to do. So
And he's doing it.
exactly, bro. Exactly. So
Yeah.
all right, so I'm glad I don't disagree then.
Yeah.
So a good guy who's doing good for the world, his heaven is doing good. A
Mhm.
working guy he enjoys his work, his heaven is his work, bro. So come on, and then probably his hell is just going to some party and getting drunk and being fucked
Mm.
and losing all you have because you're just hungover for one day.
Yeah.
That's your hell.
Yeah.
That's your hell,
You're right.
dog.
You're right. You're right.
What do you think
I
about
hate
that?
Yeah.
Solid, dog.
Those days, terrible, man.
Solid, bro. So, because to be honest, dog, whenever I feel fucked up to a point where I'm incapable of doing anything, I'm in hell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in hell, bro. So if you don't really meds and really think that like, dog, I can't just live like this, bro. Like I need to be focused on something. I need to have a purpose of something, dude. It's just your main focus in life right now should just be your freedom, your relationships, your relationship with God, and just any other activities that bring joy in your life, bro. Like these things are what's, and to be honest, all that shit achievable with freedom, the first one. I feel like just 100%. So these are the things that will allow you to choose your hell and just choose your heaven,
Mm-hmm.
if you understand. So it's always the shit that you've been focused on.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about today's pod? Like, you think we're done here? Or you
Just
have any more?
the last thing,
Yes.
I just want it on the record
Yes.
because we're close to 52-week lows on PayPal and Square,
Mm.
and I think these stocks are some of the best buys in the market right now.
Wow.
Why I say that is that PayPal came out 2016,
Yes.
hasn't even been 10 years yet. These are the real internet banks of the new age.
Trusted.
By all of the young people. All the young people have Cash App and Venmo.
Yeah, I feel like our generation, bro, we use these things so much.
Yeah.
That if you don't have that stock, or if you're not like invested at some point, come on, dog.
Look at that. Look at that.
Because I already put a trust in it by using it.
Clear cut Cash App. Everybody has Cash App.
You understand? So what if the world actually just tend to that, where is a shift to those things?
Just Cash App. Everybody
Fully.
has Cash App. Everybody has Venmo.
Fully.
And then when more people have money on the
Yeah.
platforms, it becomes assets under management.
Mm.
So they can essentially move a lot of this capital and do things with it,
Wow.
essentially. And then PayPal is not only Venmo, they have Zoom, XOM.
Ah, yes,
That's
yes.
like a MoneyGram.
That's a MoneyGram.
Yeah.
But they use that for the third world countries.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So that's how they're touching the third world countries
Third world
better than
countries.
Square.
And that's kind of crazy still because that market for third world countries is probably bigger than the
Bro,
US market.
remittances, their fees is
Crazy.
like $1 trillion in transactions.
That's
And
wild.
you get in a couple of cents worth of fees.
Mm.
You're just eating it because the money just going that way.
Yeah, for sure. Because you have like billions of people using something that's kind of crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That ridiculous. So yo, that's so would you think
I'm
people should
just
do with those?
I'm just thinking,
You just should have it.
yeah, I think they're clear like stocks that
Mm.
everybody knows these companies. You've used the product,
Mm.
whether you use Venmo or you use Cash App or you use PayPal to purchase things online
Yes.
or you use Zoom. These things might be obvious and they don't have the overhang of brick and mortar, such as the employees, the real estate. They
Mm.
don't have any of those overhanging expenses to their
That is true, bro. Because a lot of times, a lot of these places they pay rent with your money, bro.
Yeah.
The fees is going to rent.
Yeah.
Like that's why you have all right. So it's just like this. You ever notice why things more cheaper online? Is because the mall, these shops are paying rent along with selling your product.
Mm-hmm.
That shop wasn't free, bro. That's the craziest part. That shop wasn't free. So it's like if you ever really understand the leverage these companies have over your regular brick and mortar, it's just that they ain't paying rent, bro. The only rent they're fucking paying is to like AWS, like the Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
with this for server space. That's
Mm-hmm.
it. Like that's probably the only rent they're paying in life, and that's so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And probably you're dealing with some lawsuits here and there.
It's light.
Yeah, that's some light work though.
Yeah.
But what do you think? You have any more topics to cover for the pod?
That's it.
All right, so guys, thank you so much again for watching this. I really hope this helped you guys, bro. At least get 1% better. And like the guy that's really watching this, dog, him going to get 10% better watching something like this. So if you can actually watch a video like this and not just be mad and upset with yourself, bro, then you're actually on your way to improving your life, dog. But I promise you guys, we're gonna have better topics. We're gonna have more things to cover, like in the future. So just let us know what you think so far. Let us know what you think about today's pod. Just leave a comment for us right now, and we'll see you in the next video. All right.